Hello cycling fans everywhere. With the finish decided at the top of the Col de Turini, this stage is an important one for the general classification. With a climb of 15 kilometers, the slightest moment of weakness could prove fatal.
Guys, you must be awake from the start. It's uphill straight away and there are a number of climbs. It's a very demanding start. Go on, lads. Have a good day. The peloton doesn't seem to want to let the lead group get away. Some teams must think that there are too many people up front. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. Another king of the mountain climb coming up. The 5.6 kilometer Col de Châteauneuf with its average gradient of 4.6%.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. The next climb is classified as third category. There will be 2 and 1 point available towards the polka dot jersey. Now it's a first category climb that stands before the riders, the Col Saint-Roch. There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the riders first over the top. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
Watch out, lads. It's a twisting descent. Be careful.
The gap with the pink jersey is melting away. The escapees will find it hard to go all the way. The front runners are 10 kilometers from the first intermediate sprint.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
The intermediate sprint will be fought out in Nice. The riders will then again climb the Côte de Rimier, where the first mountain classification points of the stage are to be won.
The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint.
The next king of the mountain summit will bring 5 points. The rider who is first over the top.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The gap with the pink jersey is melting away. The escapees will find it hard to go. All the way. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the pink jersey. The breakaway increases its lead on the pink jersey group.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the pink jersey. Penultimate difficulty of the day before the Col de Turini. Things will soon start to get serious. The first rider to the top of the climb will pocket 5 points towards the mountain standings. The breakaway increases its lead on the pink jersey group.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
The second intermediate sprint is approaching. It will be slightly peculiar in that it's uphill on the first slopes of the Turini.
First riders have reached the intermediate sprint.
We're there. The first riders begin the climb of the Col de Turini, the real decider of this stage. With its 15 kilometers of slope at an average of 7.3%, the climbers will find an ideal playground on which to widen the time gaps. We've just passed the 10-kilometer marker, and it's the breakaway that's opening the road. One and a half minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites. The riders up front have a 1 minute lead on the favourite group. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders. Professional leaders. Come on, keep at it. He's chasing after you. You must hold out. Go, go.
Only 2 kilometers left for the lead riders. No one has yet gained an advantage over his rivals. This should come down to a sprint.
got 1 minute 30 lead on the group with the favorites.
The front man will soon be under the red pennant. The gap isn't big, so he mustn't fade.
This is the last kilometre. Go, go! One more effort. You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the group with the favorites.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. We take the pink jersey. It's a perfect day.